Previously on Balls.
Balls Visual Radio, Mix 93.8 FM. Time for the Flush Out Now, brought to you by Imperial Collection, home of the signature brands like Bentley, Lamborghini and Lotus. They're also distributors of those vehicles and many more. Go to imperialcollection.co.za, it's all one word, or drop by the dealership. You'll find them on the corner of William Nicol and Bryanston Drive. If you're in the market or even just want to have a look, Imperial Collection, home of signature brands. Go and check out those videos that Sasha and Ian and Daisy did at Imperial Collection last week. Very, very funny. They're on our website. David Campese is on our phone right now. How's it going, Campo?
Legendary brands, mate. That should be me too, hey?
Yeah, legendary brands. Yeah, and they go back a long way as well. So yeah, absolutely.
Probably not as long back as me.
Well, you were the Rolls Royce of Aussie wings.
Cheers, mate. I still can remember our tour back in, was it 94, wasn't it?
Yeah, we don't. Well, we've tried to wipe that out of our minds. Was it? No, I think it was 92, actually, David.
Hey?
I think it was 92, wasn't it?
Was it 92? No. Was it before the World Cup 95, wasn't it?
When did you score your 50th try?
In South Africa 92.
Yeah, well, that was your tour then.
Well, how come you can remember and I can't? And you want to forget about it?
Yeah, we've been trying to, but I'll correct you on your milestones anytime, Mr. Campese.
Okay, thanks very much.
I think in 94 we were busy battling with New Zealand down under, and I think we managed to get a draw out of the last test there.
Yeah, that's right, exactly.
And we played Aussie there as well, got a draw in that series too in 94 or 93.
No, 93 93 we won, huh?
No, you didn't. We won, you won one, we won in Ballymore. Thanks to the great Joel Stransky.
Yeah, no. It was 3 tests. Sydney, you won.
No,
Ballymore, we won. They came to the 3rd test and we won. And that was your first time back into international rugby on tour.
I don't know. After we won up.
The coach was Ian Mack, because I'll tell you why. I'll tell you a quick little story.
Yeah.
We played the 3rd test in Sydney. Anyway, we had this. We got a penalty goal. This is how easy to score international rugby tries. And what happened was, South Africa kicked off. We took the ball in. I had a great relationship with Nick Farr-Jones. We had this little move where Early Schmidt was down the blinds. Olivier, the winger, was 20 metres back. So I called this to Nick Farr-Jones. I said, Leaguey. He looked, ran to Early Schmidt, gave it to me. I ran 20 metres, passed to Tim Gavin, took it up. Phil Coons took it up. I came to inside centre. Scotty Bowen passed to me. I passed to Tim Holman, scored in the corner.
Was that the memory you basically?
No, it was easy, mate. I could tell you every try if you like, but that's how easy it was back then.
Hey. All right. I don't know why.
Ian Mack actually is related to me somewhere and still says, you cost me my job.
Oh, is that? Oh, really? Is that the? Is that what cost me his job?
Well, he lost the test, so he basically got sacked. He lost the test series, so. Yeah.
In fact, shortly after that 94 New Zealand tour, I think.
Campo's right.
Yeah.
93 Australia 2, South Africa 1.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, after we won that second test, I think I just basically...
No, you won the first test and we won the second, third test.
Yeah, but I mean, look, overall we're still ahead.
We counted,
a long way.
I counted that as a draw.
Just want to remind you of that as well.
When all these listeners are very young, probably, you know.
Third test was an unofficial test, Campo, so it doesn't count.
Don't be like that. Come on.
Oh, my goodness. Jonathan White, where did they find this guy? How bad is he? I mean, come on. Seriously. I hate to blame refs when my team loses, but that advantage call at the end there was terrible.
Which game was this at?
The Sharks game.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, Darren, I didn't see that because I was on the way home from Joburg.
Oh, okay.
For the hour, so I'm sorry, but I missed that. So you have to explain to me what happened.
No, well, basically, I mean, there was okay, now listen, here's the crux of it. People are going, oh, no, but it doesn't matter. He did give them the option. Let's see what happens. When is that a refereeing call? You know, when the Sharks are going, what about the knock-on? And what happened was the cheater guy knocked the ball on.
Yep.
And after he knocked it on, knowing he'd made a mistake, he then hoofed the ball downfield. So what happened was the Sharks ended up playing probably 40 meters further back from where the advantage was, and the refs going, okay, well, let's just see what happens. And eventually they made a mistake, probably still 20 meters short of the advantage line, and where they threw the intercept pass, and the cheaters went to score. And the Sharks all turned around going, what about the advantage from back there?
The thing is, this is, I think we got Mark Lawrence and this week on Boots North, so we're going to ask him a few interesting questions. But I think what happens is if you knock it on and kick it down, and then the opposition are going to use the ball, the referee sometimes gives advantage. But once you start passing the ball, the advantage is over.
Yeah, but he was saying, well, let's see what... The Sharks kept shouting at him, going, what about the knock-on? And he was going, well, let's see what happens.
I would have just sort of knocked it on there and said, okay, we'll just go back there, thanks.
Yeah, well, that's what they should have done. I mean, clearly,
exactly,
if they... Yeah.
It's easy. As we try to explain on TV, it's easy when you're in the studio trying to tell people what happened. You're not actually on the oval, and the cameras are up on an angle, so it's really very easy. But the players on the field have got to make the decisions, and that's the difference from great players and, at the moment, and players who are struggling. They're, if that's the situation, you just sort of say, sir, knock it on. We'll take the advantage back there, please.
Yeah.
But that's the leadership of a captain. Darren, as you know, the captain should have said, no, sorry, sir, can we just have the scrum back here, please?
Yeah.
And that's what I think the problem with the Sharks is. There's no real leadership on the field.
Yeah.
They've got some really good players, but they just don't seem to be sort of helping each other, or, when the pressure's on, saying, guys, we're here, let's just stay here, let's consolidate and get the points.
But Camper, isn't it just typical of the Sharks to react that way? I mean, you'd never see the Stormers doing that.
Oh, do me a favour.
No, but it's quite interesting because it's again, as a foreigner watching rugby, and so you guys have got so many, excuse the expression, bloody good players in this country. But the problem is that the coaches are so tempted to say, right, let's just get the points. I mean, I don't know if you watched the Queensland Brumby game on the weekend.
Why would we have watched that?
But I'm just saying. But
no, I did actually.
But Darren, this is the problem. Every time Queensland got a penalty within kicking distance, they kicked the line because they wanted to score the fourth try. They wanted to go for the tries.
They gave away 15 points, I counted.
Exactly. But the thing is, Queensland scored a try, kicked off, some stupid rule which existed in 1903, and they give a penalty away. There was the only points. Queensland, Brumby scored 6 points in the second half.
Yeah.
From those, one penalty was ridiculous. But anyway, at the other end, Queensland said, no, we want to score the try. We've got 30,000 people here. Let's just try and go. But any other team would have kicked off, kicked the goal, go back again. But then you've got to work all that way back. So, in hindsight, I agree with what they did, but execution wasn't great.
Yeah.
And that was the problem. They actually let themselves down skill-wise and patience. But on the other hand, if you're going for goal, it would have been very boring rugby, 3 points. The Brumbies Kings a couple of weeks ago in Canberra, the crowd booed the Brumbies because they wanted to kick the goals all the time. When you're playing a team like the Kings, you've got to smash them like the Bulls do. You've got to keep on going and going. Make it 40 points. Make it 60 points. Give them a lesson on rugby. That's what you should be doing.
Yeah. Why do you have this problem about calling them the Reds?
What do I call them?
You keep calling them Queensland.
Oh, it doesn't matter. The Reds.
He always calls them Queensland, even on TV.
Many times, and they're the most hated team in Australian rugby, so, who cares?
You've got your boys coming to the Bulls this weekend. We'll have a look at your predictions in a short while, first of all. But as the conference, look, I mean, the Stormers and the Sharks have now got to go overseas. The Sharks don't seem to be in any condition, and they're losing players as well. Some of them aren't even going on tour. I think Beast is also out. So they've got injury problems, plus they're not a very confident side. I don't think there's a happy camp at the moment. Plum's not very happy. How do you go overseas and win vital games now because they're losing ground?
Yeah, I think that obviously the weather conditions didn't really help, but you've got to adapt to the conditions. And this is the thing that, the thing that frustrates me, I suppose, more than anything else, is that I'm trying to judge these players on what I did when I played, because that's the only way I can look at the game. And I just get really annoyed when the simple basic skills aren't actually up to those people. They train every single day, Darren. They train. You've got to realise, in our day, we trained Tuesday, Thursday nights because it was an amateur game, so we wanted to get better. These guys train every single day of their lives. They still can't throw the ball in the line-out properly. They still can't do the simple things, and their communication is poor. So that's why I judge. That's how I judge. I can't. If I was never played rugby, I'd be absolutely shot because I've got no idea what I'm talking about. But I'm trying to say, look, hold it. Well, if I could do that when I was an amateur, why can't these guys do that when they're a professional? Why can't they get better? Why can't they learn to understand each other or try things? And that's where you sit back and you give a commentary on it, because it's say, well, hold it. Like, this is what I would do. Why aren't these guys doing that? And it is very frustrating.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be interesting times now for the Cheetahs, because they must really be sitting there going, hey, hold on, we can finish top of this conference now. I mean, they've played a game extra. The Stormers and the Sharks have got one, rather the Bulls and the Sharks have got one less. The Bulls are looking like they're hitting their form now.
Yeah, I think, look, the Cheetahs deserve it, because you know why? I actually applaud them. Their rugby is fantastic. You know, they are playing the best rugby of any South African side. They're prepared to have a go. Now, and the other thing is it Willie LaRue, the winger?
I think he is brilliant. Do you know who he reminds
me of?
If he
doesn't play for South Africa this year, mate, there's a problem. There is definitely a problem in the selection committee because this guy can create something out of nothing, and that's what you need.
He reminds me of a young, and not even, I mean, a World Cup, Henny LaRue, his namesake. He plays just like him.
No, well, you know, I go back to a couple of weeks when he played New South Wales, 41 seconds, chips over, pass, scores.
Yeah.
Second half makes a really good pass, onto someone else, they score.
Yeah.
I mean, two bits of brilliant play in 80 minutes. That's all you need. You need someone to spark. You know, and South Africa, unfortunately, over the years, are known for big guys punching up, very, very simple rugby. Now, if you've got some flair, geez, I tell you, why don't you use it? Because you're going to keep the opposition guessing all the time, and that's what the game should be about, trying to keep the opposition guessing what's he going to do next.
Yeah.
We've got to get away from this rugby league defence. You know, it's a very defensive game. I don't know if you saw the Crusaders versus the Highlanders, and the first 30 minutes was just like, 3-0. It was defend. We don't want that, you know. You pay money to go and watch tries, and I think that's the next sort of step up is to create the opportunity where guys can actually score tries, and Henry LaRue's one of them. I think he's fantastic.
Willie, not Henry.
Willie LaRue, yeah.
Yeah, but to me, I bet you...
Willie, sorry, not Henry, Willie, sorry.
We must actually try and interview him this week, Johnny.
I've got his number here right here. I was going to phone him now if you want to.
Well, no, look at the time.
Oh, if we've got no time, all right. I'll get him tomorrow.
But get him tomorrow, because I want to ask him.
Allow him to do things as well, which is great.
It's great, because it's nice to see a player where he actually gets the ball and can make a decision whether he wants to run it up, pass it, or even put a little grub or chip kick in, and that's nice.
But I bet you won't play for South Africa.
I think he will. I
hope he does.
I'm going to ask him tomorrow who his the player was that he really idolised and when he was growing up, and I'm telling you now he's going to say Henny LaRue because he plays just like him. I think it's brilliant.
Good.
All right, let's have a look. Quick predictions. Time's running out, so Simon, give us the fixtures for the weekend.
Okay, Hurricane Stormers.
The Hurricanes struggle in defence, hey? They score good tries. The Stormers, I don't know, can they score tries? At home, look, I'll go for the Stormers.
Okay,
well, Hurricanes at home, eh?
Oh, Hurricanes at home?
Yeah.
Stormers travelling.
Oh, sorry, the Stormers. I'll go for the, Hurricanes. Yep. By 2 points. Sorry, I'm a bit lost here.
All right. Reds, Blues, Brisbane.
Reds.
Chiefs, Sharks, Hamilton.
Chiefs.
Brumbies, Force.
Whoa, yes, okay.
Running out of time, Darren.
Yeah.
Yep.
Brumbies, Force, Canberra.
Brumbies, Force, Brumbies.
Easy game, yeah.
Bulls,
Kick
Tars.
4 points by Jake White, that's it. Yep.
Who?
Bulls, Tars, Pretoria.
Bulls, Waratahs. Yeah, come on.
Ooh,
Battle of the Barberton Daisies. You're picking the Bulls?
I reckon they're going to beat them because I think they're on a bit of a roll. They're playing some really good rugby and they're taking the balls to the line. And they get, well, if you look at last week, the Chiefs...
It was a good win over the Chiefs.
How stupid, 77 in the game, you take a penalty goal from 55 out. Instead of kicking for the line and slowly winning the line out and all that, they go for goal, miss it, and Waratahs score the other end. Waratahs to win by 4.
All right. Waratahs to win by 4, so you're going with the Waratahs?
I'm going for my team.
All right. Good luck with you. I think that's going to be wrong, but anyway, yeah.
Okay. Cheetahs, Kings. Blum.
Cheetahs
by plenty.
And then the last game of the weekend, Crusaders, Rebels, Christchurch.
Oh, Crusaders. Crusaders are playing crap, eh?
Yeah, they are.
They're playing touch rugby from side to side. They've got to be more direct.
And the Rebels are flash.
And the Rebels are useless anyway.
Yeah. Crusaders, right?
Crusaders by 10 points.
All right. Got to leave it there. Thanks a lot, David. We'll see how those all pan out, and we'll chat to you again next Monday at the same time for the flush out.
Weekend. Next week I'll be here, and on the Wednesday I'm off to Greece for 4 days and Wales for 3 weeks. So I'll let you know what Greece is like.
There we go. David Campese has finally been sent out to bail out the Euro. Good luck. Thanks, Campo.
Cheers, Dave. Cheers, Campo.
Bye.
There we go, David Campese and the flush out. Every Monday gives us his thoughts on the weekend's rugby and also gives us his predictions for the next weekend's games. Proudly brought to you by Imperial Collection, home of the signature brands. Contact them on 011 361 6500. 361 6500 in the 011. Go and see them, corner of William Nicol and Bryanston Drive. Otherwise, check out their website at imperialcollection.co.za. That's all one word, imperialcollection.co.za.
This is Balls Visual Radio. Darren, Simon, Kate and John. Weekdays from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Central African Time. Balls.co.za.